Hello and welcome to Soups and Sabers and happy San Diego Comic-Con here as we have a new Peacemaker Season 2 trailer, which we are about to dive into here and see what's going on. This was released earlier today. I was out when it was actually released, have not been able to watch it until now. So let's dive in and see what we got. Okay, so here we go with the trailer. We're going to go ahead and press play.
You've all been waiting a long time for this one. Here's a new trailer of Peacemaker Season 2. Enjoy.
We doing it up in style.
Hey guys, I got beer. On.
Duh.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just hand it to him.
I'll just hand it to him.
I was looking back on my life
I've changed a lot since I last saw you.
and all the things I've done to me.
I don't want to be a joke anymore. I want to be a real hero.
I'm still looking for the end.
You wear a clown costume and go out and beat up people.
Chris, take something bad and make something good out of it.
I need to find the Peacemaker. He killed my son.
My past haunting me.
You're being monitored right now.
By who?
Rick Flag, Sr.
Whoa.
What is it?
I have a dimensional portal. And it leads to a parallel world.
What?
It's not that big a deal.
Get the f out, it's not.
My son is a better man you could ever dream of being.
I've tried to make up for my mistakes, but I'm not sure redemption is possible.
He's in love with you.
Me and Chris, it's never gonna be a thing.
I'm going to make a life in the other world.
There's another dimension. It's exactly the same as ours.
But better. Best dimension ever.
Dude, that's sick.
We need to close that dimensional rift.
Whoa, what is that?
The condoms are partnering you up with our new agent, Rip Jagger.
Who's Rip Jagger?
Oh, Judo
fatty.
Master. Yes.
No matter how green the grass is over there, you belong here with us.
We're gonna get Chris back.
You met your own self from a parallel dimension? You're wearing his clothes.
You think I bought this? That's evil.
My mom, we're going to my secret room. You're not allowed to follow.
You must be John.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
You're not that dorky.
Shut up, Mom.
You've all been waiting a long
Okay, before we start over with that. Okay. So, a lot going on there. I know I think during the panel they said that this is not going to be related to the DCEU and the DCU in the sense of this dimensional rift that he goes into is not like him coming from the DCEU to the DCU. That's actually going to be handled pretty quickly in episode 1. The way I think I would handle it is just like if I was James Gunn, is kind of like on the previously on and kind of edited out any of the references. Right now he's doing a podcast for Peacemaker Season 2 and he's rewatching Season 1, and then they're going to be doing Season 2 discussions as it goes as well, just like we will here on Soups and Sabers. But the way that I understand it here is that, like, he, in the first episode that they just released, he said the Aquaman references are not canon and pretty much everything else is in episode 1. So I think it's just that there's not going to be, most of it's going to be canon, right? And I think what we're going to see is this is pretty much going to be another universe almost exactly like the DCEU, where everything almost played out exactly the same, but we're in the DCU. And we're just going to kind of pick up with kind of like continuing Peacemaker's story from season 1 and being like, this is technically a different Peacemaker because we're in the DCU now, but everything that you saw in season 1, the broad strokes of it was canon. That's probably how they're going to approach it. They're going to probably address it right off the front and then get into it. So everybody that always thought, like in that first trailer, oh, this is how they bring them in. I think I may have mentioned that in my theory, when I reacted to it as well. But I like this better, actually. You got that out of the way, hopefully very quickly in episode 1. And then you get to explore this where it's what I assume is he's turned down by the Justice Gang, like we saw in the first trailer. He's not getting the recognition he thinks he deserves. So he ends up, maybe for some other reason, opening up this interdimensional portal where he then ends up in this other universe and sees how great things are and decides, okay, I'm going to steal his life because he has Harcourt. He's beloved as a hero. We see like the mural, I think, in this as well, right? Where he is loved and accepted as a hero, and he just wants to live that life. He's going to get pulled back into our DCU, I am sure, and maybe somehow in season 2 ends up, by the end of it, becoming a hero that people look to and accept. That's kind of my broad theories on it. What we're going to do is we're going to go back and watch it again now. I'm going to point out more stuff. I was just kind of taking it in that first time. We're going to see if there's anything that I missed. So let's go ahead and do that.
Time for this one. Here's a new trailer of Peacemaker Season 2. Enjoy.
We doing it up in style.
Hey, guys.
So it seems like there's been a gap of time with them hanging out.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just hand it to him.
I'll just hand it to him.
I love Vigilante.
I've changed a lot since I
All right,
last
so
saw
here
you.
we're in the separate world. We're in the other world.
I don't want to be a joke anymore. I want to be a real hero.
You
We got
wear a clown
Eagly.
costume and go out and beat up people.
Chris, take something bad and make something good out of it.
This is before he
I need to find the
interviews.
Peacemaker. He killed my son.
Nice to see Joel Kinnaman here.
You're being monitored right now.
By who?
Rick Flag, Sr.
Whoa.
What is it?
They have a dimensional portal. And it leads to a parallel world.
What?
It's not that big a deal.
Get the out, is not.
Here's Argus.
A better man you could ever dream of being.
I've tried to make up for my mistakes, but I'm not sure redemption is possible.
He's in love.
So it seems like right now he's kind of going back and forth in between the
I'm
two
going to make a life in
Earths.
another world.
There's another dimension. It's exactly
There's the
same as
mural.
ours.
But better.
He's with Harcourt here.
Best dimension ever.
Dude, that's sick.
We need to close that dimensional rift.
I really want to know what that is.
I'm
Just
partnering
another
you up
world?
with a new agent, Rip Jagger.
Who's Rip Jagger?
Hey, fatty.
No matter how green the grass is over there, you belong here with us.
We're gonna get Chris back.
So I'm guessing he gets kidnapped by Argus. That's when Rick Flag Sr. is
Your own self from a parallel dimension?
interrogating him.
You're wearing his clothes.
You think I bought this? That's painful.
My mom, we're going to my secret room. You're not allowed to follow.
You must be John.
Uh-huh.
Jesus.
Very
that
excited to
donkey?
see more of Vigilante's family and stuff. Okay. Well, there you have it. really looking forward to this. Here's what we got coming, up here on the podcast. We'll be doing weekly Peacemaker recaps here on Supes and Sabers, just like you would expect after what we've been covering on the pod so far. We had our Fantastic Four out of theater reaction, initial spoilers, 30-minute, discussion that we usually do. That was with Ron, Chris, and Kobe. They had a ball doing that on Thursday night. It released in time for most people to walk out of the theater in the evening and be able to listen to that on their drive home. That's how I listened to it on the drive home. And then we have our deep dive discussion where we're going to have another special guest on Monday night. We're going to be recording it Monday night, so it'll probably be late Monday night, early Tuesday that you'll probably have a good chance to listen or watch that here on the YouTube channel or over on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to the show, where we will have our deep dive Fantastic Four. That's where I'll be able to share my spoiler thoughts for the first time. And that's the one that'll probably be closer to an hour 10 of discussion on Fantastic Four and what we thought of it, where we can dive a little bit deeper into the story and what is ahead for those characters. We also will have a nice episode coming up here as well, which will kind of recap San Diego Comic-Con news, if anything popped up, or just the press news. There was Kevin Feige was making the rounds while Fantastic Four was getting ready to premiere, and any sort of news like that when it comes to the movies that we're going to be looking ahead at, movies and television over the next year as we prepare. We were building up, as Ron said in the out of theater reaction. This show was originally separate shows, right? We had our Star Wars show, Pod Awakens. We had our DC podcast, Elseworlds. We had our Marvel podcast, To the Infinity Saga and Beyond. And we had our fantasy podcast, Fantasy Folk. What we did was we consolidated all of them into one show, Supes and Sabers, and we started doing that on the run-up to this month. That was the whole goal. Originally, we were going to launch June 1st and kind of set up with Fantastic Fridays and Superman Sundays, but we decided to launch with Brave New World instead, and then start building up that coverage through Daredevil, Born Again, Ironheart, and our Fantastic Fridays and Superman Sundays as we got to this month, July, where we had Superman and Fantastic Four released in the same month. What that means is, what are we building to now? We're going to have a whole episode kind of diving into what's coming out. What are we going to be looking at? What are we covering here on the podcast? We'll be discussing all of that. Also, early August now, they moved up Eyes of Wakanda, the animated Marvel Studios, Marvel animation project that takes place in Wakanda. They moved that up to August 1st, so we'll have our discussion of that coming up as well shortly in the next week or so. And then, like we said, Peacemaker in August. Like I said, every single week discussing episodes of Peacemaker. So make sure you're following along with us for the next couple weeks, because we still have a lot to discuss, even though Superman and Fantastic Four have passed us. Our coverage of those movies and our coverage of those universes are not done yet. So make sure you follow us at Supes and Sabers on all of our social media. Thank you so much for watching along. We'll catch you next time.